Hello and welcome back to Breeze Gaming. Today we have another Palworld video, and I recently created this map right here for the locations of the 38 journals within Palworld in a map to follow that I think is a pretty good route to get them all decently fast. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run through my Palworld game and show you all 38 of these locations. And technically there are 39 journal locations, but the 39th journal is not uh, you can't access the 39th journal, and it's been theorized, I believe, that it's on that big tree that's off in the distance that you can't get to yet. But for now, at least in the early access version, there's only 38 journals that are accessible, and I'm going to walk through today in a Power World game and fly and kind of show you this route and exactly where all of these locations are. And then I'm also going to post this map in the, I think I already posted it already, in the community section. And you can feel free to use this map as a guide. And there's other helpful maps out there, like in, I think it's Map Genie has a good Power World map as well. But yeah, that's the plan for today. I'm going to run through all 38 of these locations, and hopefully this video is helpful to you to find all of these if you so wish. I am now inside of my Palworld game, and this right here is the first location. So we're going to be starting down here, and the stars are on my map are all the locations for the journals, and we're going to start down here at the very bottom on the starting island, and right here is your first one at the edge of this little area down here where you start. So you start up here, but if you backtrack a little bit, you'll find the first one pretty easy right there. So the next location is directly out of here, so you can fly out. And in terms of finding all of these and exploring the map in general, first I recommend having some kind of mount that you can fly in order to access all these locations. There's lots of different cool pals that you can fly around. And as long as you have the level and the crafting materials in order to craft those the the kind of the mounts for the um, the mounts for the pals, you should be able to craft those and equip them and fly your pals around. But anyway, so here's the second location. So it's right near this fast travel marker and where you start. So it's right down here under this, in this waterway, and there's a chest right there. Um, but that is the location number 2. Only 36 more to go. All right, so my recommendation for the next route is actually to fly over this direction. So let me pull up the map. So I like to fly and grab this one next, and then go along the main island right there. So, but anyway, like I was saying, what I recommend is having, some kind of pal that can fly around. Is specifically if you can get a pal with the Swift trait, and what the Swift trait allows you to do is your pal will fly, have a faster, will move faster, and so if you can find a mount that has the Swift perk, it will move faster than standard pals will. And in addition to some kind of pal to fly around, I recommend having both cold and heat resistant armor, because once you get into some of the further locations away from the starting location, you'll need that heat and cold resistance. So I recommend gathering the resources to craft some kind of heat and cold resistance so you can access these locations. So here's location number 3 right here. The next location is probably one of the ones you run into naturally when you're playing the game. We're going to fly back over to this area over here. But yeah, so in some of the areas require more significant heat and cold resistance. So just craft the best, the most cold and heat resistant item you can. There's also accessories that you can find in dungeons that can help with that. And so you can be prepared for some of those more extreme temperatures. But for these, you should be fine with whatever you're wearing. And what I'm going to do for some of these are further apart than others. So, for the sake of not making the video insanely long, I'm probably going to do some cuts. That is the 4th one right there. This is the next one. Actually, sorry, no, that's a Liftmug effigy. This is the one right here. So yeah, that is the 4th one right there. And then next, what I like to do is, based on the map, I like to go from here. This is where we're at, and then jump over here, and then kind of make a loop to go all the way towards the kind of the volcano area. So that's what we're gonna do. So like I was saying, I'm probably gonna do some cuts. So this video isn't extremely long, just so I can get to the locations and show y'all where to go. But if it's not too long, I probably won't make it. But if there is a cut, I'll just do a cut after I make this video. So y'all don't have to watch me just fly around for a really long time. But after that fourth one, then you can fly over here. And then I believe this is at, yeah, this is over near the castle, I want to say. Yeah, so it's over here at the castle. If you run past this area into this abandoned castle over here, it'll be here. There's a good fast travel point that you can use as well. And for most of these, there are fast travel points relatively nearby. So if you can just hop between fast travel points to access these. But this is number 5 over here in this abandoned castle. So that's number 5. The next one will be over here. So we're going to hop over here. And luckily, all of the ones in this like starting area are pretty close to each other. You don't have to fly too far to get to each of them. But we're going to fly this direction. All right, and yeah, luckily there are not as many of these as there are those Lift Monk effigies. Those are insane. Trying to get those in general. I think there's over 400. I don't know. Every time I look at the number for how many there are, it just seems to keep going up. I think that there's at least 400 of those things. There's way many of those. All right, here is number 5. So number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, this is number 6 right here. And then I believe the next place I went is right here based on the map. Let me double check. Yeah. So we're going to go down here. So we're going to fly. Yep, we're going to fly directly down this way. Going to ignore all of the gunfire. And another thing that will make this a lot easier if you're just trying to collect anything is if you change all your settings to make, in the custom settings, to make your character a lot more, increase your survivability, so to say. Reduce the amount of damage that enemies do to you, increase your own damage. It'll help a lot for collections, whether you're trying to collect the effigies or collect these journals or anything else, or eggs or chests or something like that. And you can always go back and change the settings later. You can always change those. But if you're just trying to go out and explore and collect stuff, I recommend changing some settings to increase your survivability. But it all depends on your playstyle. Everyone has a different playstyle preferences. But this is the next one right here. So it's right here in this little abandoned tower, looks like. So the next one, we're going to go up, and it's actually going to be right next to a fast travel point up here. So if you can see, yeah, you can already see it. Yeah, that's what's good about the starting area. All this stuff is relatively close together. So as long as you know where everything is, it's not too difficult. And I hope my map is helpful if y'all find it helpful for finding these. But here's the next one, next to this convenient fast travel point, and it is right here. So this is where the next one's going to be. All right. Oh my gosh, it's a lucky. But if I weren't recording right now, I'd go and catch him. And I'm sure everyone that's watching is like, you need to catch that. That's a lucky. But that's okay. I gotta stay dedicated to the video. Is that it? No, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, we have to keep going a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta stay dedicated. I can't. I believe it's under. I believe this is the location where it's actually under. So in this next one, you're gonna fly. So we're right next to that abandoned church. You're gonna fly under all these rocks. So yeah. So you're gonna go and fly under, and there's a cave here, and inside the cave you have, I believe it's the same every time. It's the one of those black market vendors in here. Yeah, there it is. This is the next one right here, just like that. And then if you go inside, there's a black market vendor. Pretty sure he sells, buys and sells pals, if I'm not mistaken. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah. Okay, so the next location will be at this bridge. This is a pretty easy one. And did we go and did we... Let me make sure I'm following my map. Did I go and get that? Yeah. Right? Right? I don't know if I showed y'all that one. I think I went... Yeah, I think I missed that one. So I'm going to fly back over there and show y'all. Because I think I didn't even follow my own map. Okay, yeah, it's just right over there. So I'm pretty sure I did. Let me make sure. Let me double check. Yeah, no, I don't think I did. I think I missed one. Wasn't even following my own map. And then we'll get right back on track. So yeah, this is probably where I'll do like a jump cut to show you the one I missed. All right, so my apologies. Yeah, I did follow my map to go. So after you get the one over here at the castle, you can fly right over here and get this next one before you go on. I skipped that one. So and here it is. This is where it is on the map right here. So you're right here. It's right next to this fast travel point over right there. So it's pretty easy. So it's another fast travel one. And now we're going to go back to the bridge. So and I'm going to actually fast travel over there. So it's luckily the other one we won is right over here at this bridge. Really easy to spot. You're not going to miss this one if you find the fast travel point. So yeah, here's the fast travel point. Here's the bridge, and I believe it's just, yeah, and here it is right here. So boom. So if you find this bridge with those two statues, you know, they kind of look like Pokemon to me, but you know, I'm probably not the first person who has said that. Yeah, it's right there. So that's pretty easy right there. So to make sure I'm following my map, yeah, after this one we go down to that to this area down here. So yeah, so I'm gonna fly down there so I can show you. So yeah, and luckily it's over there. So ignoring the gunfire, but yeah, so it's gonna be up here on these mountains up here. But yeah, and these are also really easy to spot from the sky. They glow like the Liftmonk effigies do. They glow blue. So especially at night, they should be relatively easy to spot. It shouldn't be too difficult, and especially in the dark. But most of these are around or near fast travel points, but some of them are a little tricky. Though they try to hide some of them. And some of them they just put at weird locations that don't seem to make sense. Kind of like way out there. And I'm not sure on the entire lore of this game. I have not delved into all what's in all the journals. I know there's some kind of lore, and I know this is like early access version, so I'm sure that there's some kind of deep lore that they've thought about and they'll expand more on later, but either way, okay, so the next one's over here. Hidden amongst all these trees. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, so it's on top of this little mountain over here under all these trees. If you drop down, you should see it. It's right there. So right on the map, just go on the trees. It's right here. And then we're going to leave this and we're going to jump. Make sure I have it right. Yep, we're going to jump all the way over here. So there's no fast travel points nearby, so I'm just going to fly over there. Yep. So you're going to head this direction towards the volcano. And that is the cue the dramatic fight music that I'm not going to take part in. So we're going to fly. That's the volcano over there. Um, and there's only like 4 over there. Yeah. So a few of them are really far out, and you got to fly a long way just to get them. That's okay. All right, and so we're going to fly this direction. All right. Yeah, luckily there's none on the islands over here, which is good. I'm not sure why, but there's not. It's just this area and then these 2 areas over here. But the next one is over here. We're going to fly this direction. And then after this, we're going to fly towards the volcano. And then that's the big tree over there. I think there's been speculation about what that big tree is, if it's some kind of like Final Four-esque similar thing, or if it's kind of a different exploration area for its DLC or whatever it is. But it is inaccessible with the current early access version. All right, I believe, yep, there it is. So, and one, yeah, it's right there if you could see it. And one tip is when you're gliding like this and you don't want to fall, you can just keep spamming the space button, and it'll, keep opening and closing it to help keep you at the relative, same spot, which is pretty handy. So this is the next one, kind of a random location, but that is okay. So the next one, it's going to be over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to instead of flying over here, since it's some distance, I'm going to fast travel. So I'm going to go to this fast travel point over here and fast travel over there. But if you just fly towards the volcano and you just explore that area, find the fast travel points, it is the next ones where we are going to want are over at the volcano. And this is kind of the route that I recommend taking to try to get them all faster. Obviously there's other fast routes you can take as well, but I guess this is the one that just works for me, especially from the starting area. We're going to go to the volcano, then we're going to go back around and go to the cold area, and then we're going to finish over there. I'm trying to find, yeah, I think it's right here. Okay. All right, and you take a significant amount of fall damage in this game. Okay, so I'm going to fly over to the ancient civilization ruins. Here we go, and it is hot, so I recommend equipping the heat armor for this area, and it is right up here. All right, yep. There it is, right there. That is the next one right here. So the next one is all the way over here. So that is actually, it's a decent distance to fly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast travel to that area at the very top. And then I'm going to fly down, because it is quite a distance over there. Like I said, they space some of these out. This map is definitely huge. And I'm sure there's a fast travel point over there that I missed. Okay. So, and I think I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, it's going to take me a hot second to fly over there, so I'm probably going to do another cut here while I fly down there. So I will see y'all in a bit. All right, so the next one is right below me. So I'm currently on the side of the mountain. The next one is right below me. I'm going to go ahead and drop. I'm near this lake right here. And yay, and didn't die. There it is, right there. So it's right near this lake, and you can find it right here. All right. So the next one, and I'm going to do another cut here, it's all the way over there. So we need to hop to the other side of the mountain. So I'm going to fly over to this one right here, and I will be back once I get there. So see you in a second. All right, and I have made it to the next journal. So a whole night passed during that flight, but to be fair, I have my night set extremely short for this game, and day is significantly longer. So we are in this area over here on the other side of the volcano, near the what are those called? Some kind of not a safari zone. That's Pokemon. It's like some preservation island, something like that. I forget. But anyway, if you drop behind here, you will find the next one. So it's right behind this wall right here on the ground. So this is the next one. All right, so we're going to go back up, and then the following one is so on the map. You can get these in any order, but I'm actually going to fly to the zone over there for the next. The next one is way down there in an abandoned castle, and this is actually one of my favorite areas. This is pretty cool. All these like abandoned castles and stuff makes you wonder what happened for all of this to get like this. Maybe they'll make a Palworld pre-game, like what's it called? Like a prequel. That's the word I'm looking for. A prequel of what this place looked like before, I guess, whatever happened. Okay, so we're going to fly to this zone. So this is the only journal that's in one of these restricted areas, and it's whenever you go into one of these areas, I'll see what the name is of it in a second, but I guess you're not allowed to go in these areas legally, so you are conducting criminal activity by being sanctioned. There it is, wildlife sanctuaries. So, there's only one journal, and there's 3 wildlife sanctuaries, I think, and only one journal in them. And you are criminal activity underway. You are committing a crime by being inside of one of these wildlife sanctuaries. So just be careful of that. And the enemies here are also pretty much max level or close to it, level 42. So just be careful when you're getting this one. Yeah. This if you're trying to collect all these and you're trying to get this one, so here it is. It's right here, right there. So, and we'll get out of here. So if you're trying to collect all of these, this is a time when I recommend setting your settings all the way up to where you don't take that much damage, and so you can get in and out of here pretty fast especially if you're in the early game. But if you can handle it, or if you want to sneak in here and do that, you can. I know enemies can spawn there too, like human enemies can spawn. So be careful about that. Luckily, we didn't run into any that time. So the next place you're going to dart all the way over to the abandoned castle over here. You can kind of head towards the fast travel point. It's kind of near there. And we're going to grab the next one. So the next one will be right in there. This one's kind of hidden, but if you're looking from the sky, you can see it pretty well. This is also a good area for eggs. There's a lot of eggs in this area. So if you're trying to egg hunt, there's a lot of eggs. And sometimes I'll find a huge egg here as well. So yeah, it's always exciting to find one of those. That's a setting that I definitely like to set at like 0, the egg incubation timer, so I can immediately hatch things. But I guess that's how I like to play. All right, so here's the next one. So it's in this there's a lift monk effigy right there, and then there's a statue right here. So although one of these is not a statue, a journal. One of these is a journal, and one of these is a lift monk effigy. But it is in here. This is the next one. All right, and then we are going to go next over this little mountain over here to the next area. I forgot, how far is this? Yeah, it's a decent way. So I'm probably going to jump cut this one, and then I will see y'all once I get all the way up there. All right. And we are back. I have made it over the mountain here and to the next location. So the next one's pretty easy to find. It's going to be over here near the river, and it's going to be in this pavilion type of structure right here. Will be your next one. And then after this, we're going to dart over there across the river, and we will be out of the volcano area. Yep, let me just start this direction. So yeah, I think that whole area you'll need some type of heat resistance. And by the way, if you're looking for Lithmonk effigies, there are a ton along this river. If you just follow the river and look on the borders and stuff, you'll find a ton of the Lithmonk effigies. This is a good place to get a bunch from. And I think the number you only need is like 173 or 178 total to get your max power up to 10. You know, I don't know why they put so many in this game. Because the only use I found for them is you raise your capture power to 10, but once you get it to 10, I don't see a further use for them after that. So after you get the 173 or 8 of them that you need to get your capture power to 10, I don't think you need to collect anymore. So there are a lot, though. There are a lot. Okay, so the next two will be here. So let me make sure I have the locations correct. So yeah. So yeah, the jungle ones, maybe, yeah, it can be a little hard to spot these. But there's one right there. So especially in these, areas with a lot of trees and stuff, it can be hard, especially if you don't know what elevation these are at. But here's the next one. So it's up here. So if you look on the map, I am currently right here. I've flown across, and then I'm right here in the next one. I think I did these out of order, but that's okay. This one is a little hard to find. Just go all the way up, and it is up here. The next one is all the way, yep. I think the next one is actually on the beach. So we're going to just have to fall. All right. Almost there. Yep. Okay. There's the Lithmonk effigy. Look at that. But we are not here for that today. Okay, so we need to keep going a little bit further. I can't remember if it's on the beach or not. It might be up here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so it's not on the beach, but it's a little above the beach. So if you go to this cliffside here, it is hidden in these little trees right here. So here's the next one right there. So, and then that'll do it for that. We are now going to move on to the next area, which is up here. So we're going to fly up directly this way. So after you get these two, you can fly more inland, and there's going to be 2 more that we're going to get. And luckily in this area, it looks like it's kind of neutral temperature, so you won't need any kind of weather-resistant gear. And then we are going to head this way. We're going to cut through. We're going to pick up some more, and then we're going to head to the, I should say, the desert area, and then the kind of cold area as well. Yep, so that is our destination over there. So where that's, if you see where the, definitely not a Pokemon statue. It's, can I say that? Can I say Pokemon without getting copyright striked? Is that like a crime to say the word Pokemon in a Palworld content? I don't know. Okay. So here we are at this. I'm not sure what PAL this is, but there's the next one right on. Very hard to miss. As long as you find the statue, it is hard to miss. It's right here. The next one is not too far. We don't even need to. We're going to avoid those thugs. We're going to jump up. Is it just me, or are the human enemies like significantly tougher than the pals and harder to kill? All right, so the next one, if we look, is going to be up here, and it's going to be on our way to that fast travel point over there. So we're going to avoid all of those guys. And it should be up here. So I can't, oh yeah, that's right. That's right, it's all the way up here. So the next one, they put all the way at the top up here. So here's the next one. So it's right up here. So this will be your next one. And then we're going to hop to this island over here. And if you, I'll just pull up the map again. So we are currently over here, and we're gonna hop to this area down here. That's our next destination. So, you know what? I'm not, especially since I'm so high up, I'm not going to take a fast travel point. I'm just going to fly over there. And so this is a good, view as well, so you can see where we're going. So we started all the way over there. I should say all the way over there, and then we went over to the volcano area. Now we're going through the jungle area. All right. Okay, and then, yeah. Gonna go to some more forest over here. And I believe both of these that are in this area are near fast travel points, and there's also a lot of eggs in these areas too. But yeah, another suggestion I have, at least for whenever you're collecting the Liftmuck effigies or these or eggs or whatever, in your custom settings, set the stamina to where you have it doesn't deplete as fast. So whenever you're flying around, you can fly without worrying about your stamina depleting really fast. That's really helpful. All right, and also make sure you have some food as well, so you can feed yourself and your pal, so you don't die of starvation. Okay, so the next one right there, if you can see it, it's going to be right on. No, that's a chest. That's a chest. Ignore what I'm saying. It's over there. Yeah. So we are heading right over there. This is the next one right here. Okay, yay. All right, so now we're going to go down here to this arena. So this one's not too difficult to find either. And then there's a fast travel point right over here. So this huge arena, which I'm very curious about what this was used for. It's very cool. The architecture is very cool. There are a lot of eggs here. So, and chests. So scattered on the top of these structures, there's a lot of eggs around. So if another good place to pop in and grab a bunch of eggs and chests. All right, so there's a Liftmuck effigy right there, and then what we're looking for, I believe this is the journal. One of these is the journal, but I'm pretty sure it's that one. And for the sake of avoiding those guys down there, down there, if you can see it, that is the journal. So for the sake of avoiding those guys, we're not going to go down there. But so the next location, I believe it's over here. Let me check the map to make sure. Right. Yep, so it is right down there. So it is this direction. This may be another jump cut because it is kind of far away. We'll see. But I'll fly up high, so. But yeah, okay. So there we go. We're leaving this area. I have these questions about the lore and stuff. I should really listen to the journals. I'm sure they tell something about the lore. It's like 38 journals worth of stuff to listen to. All right, there's a fast travel point, and we're headed right towards this area over here. Yeah, and there's nothing over here on these two islands, so we're going to cut here, and then we're going to go, and we're going to go to the cold area, the cold region, I should say, and the desert region as well. Okay. All right. I'm not sure. Would you call this like a swamp region, maybe? Something like that? The biomes in this game are pretty cool. All right, and we're actually going to go this direction down here. So we've completed all of the journals over in that side, I'd say, on the west part of the map. And there's a fast travel point right there if you want to get here faster, but it's going to be in these ruins over here. Yeah, some of these are bizarre. Some of these journals are like just in the middle of the woods somewhere, and then a majority of them luckily are either in ruins near fast travel points or on the path or at some point of significance. But some of these other ones are just random. But this one is luckily right over there, so you can see it from here. But it's going to be on top of the wall over there. Uh-oh, and my mount is fighting something. I do not want it to die. Yeah, do your best not to let your flying mount get killed, because here's the next one. So here's the next one, and then we're going to, I believe, fly up there. Let me double check to make sure. Yeah, so we're going to fly all the way up here. That's next. And then we're going to get, these are all the rest. So the only ones we have left, we're going to go up there and we're going to snake around, and that's going to be it. So we are very close. What is happening? Okay. I'm not sure what that noise was. I think it's them. I think they're glitching. I thought my game was glitched. I was like, oh, dang. Okay, let's get out of here. So we're going to fly up. Watch out for people trying to kill you, and we're going to fly this direction. So yeah, so we only have, I'm not sure, we don't have many left, so we're doing good. We just have to get through the desert and then the cold region, and then we'll be done. All right, so like I was saying, try your best not to let your flying mount die. That has happened to me on multiple occasions where I wasn't paying attention and my flying mount got killed, and I didn't have any medical supplies on me. So to be fair, I haven't really gone into the medical supplies side of thing. I'm not sure if there's like there's got to be some kind of revive. I know there's multiple types of medical supplies. I'm not sure if any of them revive at all. But if there are, make sure you have one of those on you. But if there aren't, just try not to let your flying mount die, because if you're stuck somewhere where there's not a fast travel point and you don't have like a riding mount to get somewhere and your flying mount dies, then you have to walk to the nearest fast travel point. So just be careful. Or you can respond. You can honestly just, that's another thing. In the settings, I recommend having your, whenever you die, what you drop, to put that at 0. So whenever you die and respawn, you don't lose anything. So if you're ever glitched into the terrain or you ever get stuck somewhere, you can just, kill yourself and respawn somewhere. Respawn, like just wherever you want, so you're not stuck out somewhere. Or I've been bugged in the terrain as well, so yeah, so that can be helpful. Okay, so the next one is right over here. So yeah, you can see it right there. So there's a Liftmuck effigy and a journal over here. I'm pretty confident that this one is the journal and that one's the Liftmuck effigy, but you can check both. But they are both, I did not mean to climb that tree, but they are both over here. All right, and we are going to go to the next location. Let me make sure on my map I've got it right. Yep, so we're going to jump over to the desert region. So we're going to cut across like this and fly towards the desert. So we're going to fly over this little mountain here and towards the desert area. Which I must say, they did a good job displaying what a desert looks like. There's not much out there except desert and a few landmarks of note. But we're just going to fly straight through here towards the desert region. So we are doing good. We almost have all of them. Okay. Yep, so just fly straight to the desert area. And I'm sure there are faster flying mounts in the game. I'm not sure if the whatever legendary PAL type that flies, I'm sure there are multiple of those. If they are faster in the air, I'm sure they probably are. But this is currently the one I have, and he has Swift on, so he has the Swift perk, so that's it's not too bad. Okay, so the next one, I believe it is over here, if I am not mistaken. But you're going to land. There's a chest right there, and it is in these trees. So let me make sure I have it. Yep, there it is. So yeah, it is right here in these trees. If you just fly over here, it will be right here. Okay, and the next area we're going is we're going to go all the way up there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to jump cut this one. This is kind of a. This will take me. Wait, hang on. Let me make sure. Yeah. So this one's going to take me a hot second to fly to. So I will see you in a second once I fly all the way up there. All right, I am back, and I am now further into the desert. I'm over here near the Tower of PIDF and the PIDF Tower entrance, and this is the next one. So an important note is it got the temperature got to the point where it got cold, and it got cold enough to where I needed, excuse me, I need cold resistant gear, but I think it's because it was night. So another reason to recommend cold resistant gear is because of when it gets to nighttime, if you have that turned on, it can get cold and you might need some type of cold resistance. Okay, so that is the next one. So it's off of the side of this tower over here. The next one we're going to get in this desert region is over there. Okay. And I think this is no, that's not the one. So I was going to say that this is like, there's one tower I haven't defeated yet because it was really hard, but I don't think it's this one. I think it's the one in the cold region. The genetic research. Yeah, the genetic research characters have like these, I don't know what type of guns those are, but these kind of futuristic guns, and the tower over there is really difficult. So, like, how do I get one of those guns that they have? All right. Or maybe there's a way you can in the game and I just haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so it's going to be down here. So if you go off the edge near this big rock structure thing, it will be down here. Okay, so you're going to drop. So there it is down there, all the way down there. So you're going to drop off the side of the mountain, and hopefully without dying of fall damage, you're going to grab it right here. So it's on the ground down here. Okay. And then the next area you're going to go is up here. So, and I believe my map shows that as well. Yeah. So you're going to go all the way up to the northern part of the desert. And yeah, you're going to want some kind of heat resistance, I believe, for this area because I believe it is a little warmer. So yeah, just overall heat and cold resistance is helpful. And I know there's some armor and there's some accessories you can pick up that can help with that as well. I know the hat I'm wearing, the Explorer hat, has like level 1 heat resistance. I guess because it keeps the sun off your face. Yeah. But yeah, crafting. What do I have equipped? Just I have the metal armor. So I have the cold and heat resistant metal armor. equipped. Okay. And I switch back and forth between those. And the pelt armor also helps. I don't know if the pelt armor gives you the max resistance you need to go into the coldest regions, though. But I'm pretty sure that using the metal armor, I haven't had any problems with dying. I've died a couple times because I went into like a really cold I think it was the cold, like a really, really cold area, and the armor I had wasn't sufficient enough, so I died. That's okay. Okay, so the next one is here, down there. So up here near the northern part of the desert, near this fast travel point, the deep sand dunes, is this next one. So the next, and you know what? I'm just gonna fly over there. I might as well, since it's not too far, and it's a pretty cool view too, so I don't mind it. So the one I was just at is the next one. That's the northernmost one in this desert area that you'll need to pick up. But then we're gonna go back down to the south, and this next one's really easy to find. It's in that little city down there. I forgot exactly what it's called, and I'm very curious about the backstory for this one over here. But you're gonna go. The journal is literally just inside here, next to some vendors too. So, and then we won't have too many left to grab. I think the rest will be in the cold area. So, yeah. The biggest thing you have to watch out for in the cold region are those genetic research PAL enemies that have those laser guns that are really powerful and that they don't take a lot of damage. Yeah, those are fun times. All right, here we are. This is actually a pretty cool place right here. I wish there was more of it though. I wish there's like more places like this. That is okay. I'm sure they'll fill this game out more as they get into the full release, and hopefully this game gets some good support too. I heard that server costs were really high and they were struggling with that. So we'll see what they do. All right. Yep. So we're just going to fly in here, and there's going to be some merchants. And then what you're looking for is this stand right here. This is where the next journal will be. And then, yeah, and then that's for this area. And just for the sake for showing you where to go next, I'm going to fly down there and show y'all, even though there's a fast travel point down there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fly south past here to the edge of this region where we are going to pick up the final one. So yeah, I'm really curious what happened there. It seems like a pretty cool place. But I'm sure if I listen to the journal that I just picked up in that place, I'm sure there will be some sort of backstory. Yeah, and I wish they gave you something cool for unlocking all the journals. But I guess until they place the 39th one on the map somewhere, or I guess until someone finds it, we will not know for sure. All right, we are pretty close. It is right by a fast travel point down here, so that's pretty good. All right. And then, okay, those guys are cool. They drop arrows, which is pretty nice. Okay, yep. There's the fast travel point, and then there's where the last one is. So if you just grab that fast travel point, it will be right near it. And then we only have a little more left. I think, is that it down there? Yeah, that's it. So this is it right here. If you drop down, this will be the next one right here. Yep, there's the next one. And then if we look at the map, So we are currently right here. We only have 5 left. Look at that. Very exciting. Only 5 left. So the next one will be down here. And, oh, I don't want to do that. That is the desert region. So I'm actually going to take the fast travel point to get there. And there is a convenient egg right there. I feel like people would be upset at me if I didn't take it. I know people are going to be in the just like, why did you take the egg? The egg was right there. That is okay. So I'm going to fast travel over here to more of the south area. Oh, that's fun. Let's get out of here. Okay, so if you go near this tower, it will literally be right over here. And I'm being attacked. Okay, so right there. So yeah, literally the next one is right down here. So if you find this tower, it will be, wow, and I haven't picked it up yet. That's hilarious. I went to it and marked it on my map, but I didn't pick it up. That's hilarious. Okay, so we went from the desert up here, and now we're down here next to the Free Pal Alliance Tower entrance, and then we're just going to turn around. We're going to go over here. All right. Yeah, so be careful of that when you're fast traveling places and you fast travel into a bunch of enemies. Okay, so we're going to head towards the cold region, I would say, the mountain over there. So we're going to drop down here and yeah, the next one, this is one of those random location things that I'm not sure why they put it here. Is this, yeah. So I'd say this is one of the most trickiest ones to find over here. Because they kind of just, yeah, there it is. So they kind of just, put it in here in the middle of nowhere in the woods over here. It's right here. So I'm not sure why they put it over here, but they did. So it's near the Snowy Mountain Fork in the Alliance Tower entrance fast travel points. It's over here in the road right here. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not sure why they put it there, but that is okay. And so now we are going to go to this area over here, and I'm just going to go ahead and fly there. It's not too big of a deal, but it'll take some time. So yeah, I'm going to jump cut this one. So I'll see y'all in a second. All right, and we're back. So I have flown towards the north here at the base of this mountain in this kind of industrial area, something like that. And the next one is right in front of me. So there's the mountain, and I'm kind of in this industrial-like area. And right down there is the next one. So at the base of this, it is right here. So at the base of this, whatever structure this is, it is right here. And also a note about the structure is that there's a lot of chests up here. So if you're chest hunting, there are a lot of chests up here. All right, so the next one, the next two, the final two, I should say, are all the way up there. So for the sake of not having to fly all the way up there, yeah, they're way up there. For the sake of not having to do that, I'm just going to take a fast travel point. But there are a couple of fast travel points up there. I believe that I have a couple unlocked. So I'm just going to take a fast travel up there and then show you all the final 2 points. Look how far we've come. It has only probably been like, how long have I been recording for? Probably 45 minutes maybe. So you can, if you're rushing, you could probably knock all this out in an hour. And maybe if you have a faster pal than I do. There it is. So there's the fast travel point. So one note is be careful about this area because I'm sure I believe those genetic research people can be in this area. Look, so cool. Those genetic research enemies can be in this area, so just be careful. Those are very powerful and not fun to deal with. Okay, so we're going to fast travel up to the tower. This, yeah, this is the tower I haven't beaten yet because it's been um, difficult to say the least. Is that a huge egg? I'll come back for it. Okay, so the next area we're going to go is down here. Yep. So, and there's definitely genetic people down here, so be very, and lots of eggs. There are a lot of eggs throughout here. So, I don't know. Hunting eggs is pretty fun. That it's pretty fun to find out what pals are in them. The huge eggs, those are my favorite to find. But it is down here. Yep. So if you zoom in, it's over there. So yeah, I know last time I was here, I encountered those genetic guys. So just be careful. Yeah, there it is. So it should be right there. There we go. So it should be right there. That is the next one. And my Van Worm is getting into a battle. Okay. I should really turn his attack off because you can do that. And if you press 4, I think you can set your PAL commands. I guess while you're not riding the PAL, and you can tell him to be passive and not attack. Now we are headed towards the final one. Look at that. We've come a long way. From humble beginnings to... I know someone's going to be mad at me for not taking that chest. But yeah, there's a lot of coal. I'm pretty sure that's coal. It might not. I might be crazy. No, that's coal. That's coal. Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between the coal and the ore, but that is coal, and it is conveniently by all this coal. So if you're trying to harvest, oh, it is not coal. That is quartz. That is obviously quartz, obviously. Um, but yeah, that's quartz. If you're looking for a quartz spot over here by this journal, you put a base there, which I will probably do at some point. And this is the final one. Yay! Number 38. The 39th one currently eludes us. I'm sure that will show up eventually, but that is the final one over here. That is it, number 38, the 38th journal. So if you go into options and you go into journals, you can see all of the journals in here. The 39th one, I'm pretty sure, is this one, which not sure why that's hidden, but otherwise, you should have all of this filled out except for that one. At the current early access point in this game. But that is all of them. That's the 38th one. I hope y'all found this video helpful. Please feel free to use the map that I made. Or other places like Map Genie have good maps as well, like I said. But I hope you find this video helpful for finding all the locations. Good luck to you finding everything you would like. And have fun. This is a fun game. So thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you again, and bye.